Well, this one's some pretty decent steel. These are 6 pieces. They're 12 feet long. They are 4 inch by 6 inch by 1/4 inch thick. It came from a wrecked building somewhere over some distance away. And I paid $500 for these 6 pieces, which probably is a fairly decent deal in today's climate with everything so skyrocket high. I couldn't, you know, a new piece of one of these would probably be $250 each. Anyways, so I have some other projects for this, so I can't use all of it, but I'm going to build a gantry crane. There's several ways to make a gantry crane. It can be an A-frame, where it starts at the top and makes an A shape, or it can be a sort of a mix between a vertical column and then 2 legs that stick out at an angle, or it can be just an upside down T, where you have one vertical piece and then it branches out at the bottom to make a T. And I think that's what I'll do here, just for simplicity. If I use 3 pieces, I'll have 2 vertical sections that are 12 feet long, a single bottom piece like an upside down T, and then some gussets to hold it vertical. And with the casters that I've got, they're rated 1,200 pounds a piece, so 2,400 pounds per side. The gantry crane will weigh something, so I reckon that's a good safe 1-ton capacity with the I-beam that I've got, which will be around 12-13 feet long. I'm not sure how long yet, how long I'm going to make it, but I reckon that'll all suit, and so we'll see how we go. These are the casters I'm using. They don't lock this way, but they'll lock this way. They won't roll. And these are rated for 1,200 pounds each. 2 inches wide, 6 inches around. Should be good. The fasteners I'm using here are 3/8 inch, probably by 1 inch long. And yep, so I got to get 16 of those. This I-beam is 15 feet long. It's a 4-inch wide flange, a 10 1/4 inch high, and I think it's like a 1/4 inch thick. It's 5/16 inch thick. So you can only buy it in divisions of 5. So I really needed 12 feet. I had to buy a 15-foot long beam, and that's fine, because the offcut here, what I can use is make that as a gusset. I need something flat to mount the I-beam to. I'm going to bolt it together. So I need something flat at the top of the posts to bolt it on. And it's nice to have a gusset as well, so that it has some more rigidity, so it doesn't, you know, kind of move around. So I'm going to combine those two using this offcut, and it's going to be difficult to explain, so I'm just going to do it and let you watch. The I-beam is going to be 12 feet between posts. The posts are 4 inches thick. So I'm going to make this I-beam, it's going to lay on top of those posts, so it's got to be 12 feet 8 inches. Now, what I did yesterday in preparation for this part was I've got some timber there because that's going to be hitting on my nice polished floor. I just don't want to scrape up the epoxy such as it is, but also I've got the casters on. I didn't film that. Nothing to it really. Just 4 bolts holding these on, and you can see I lift the ends open so that I had good access to put the bolts in. It's a little before 8 in the morning. I've got a forklift coming at about 9. What I need to get ready is to pick this up. I measured it yesterday. This is to that center point there, 17 feet. And from one end of this leg behind me to the top of the I-beam is 14 feet. So I have a 3-foot gap that hopefully the forklift it's going to have a board behind I don't know what they call it, but behind the forks, there's usually a raised area, a backboard. And I just have to make sure that I have enough space so that I can pick this up without hitting the ceiling, and that these corners down here, this corner down here and the one over there, will not scrape on the ground or keep it from standing upright. I got a forklift because I just couldn't figure out how to do this safely any other way. I was really, if I had something I could, winch onto the ceiling maybe, but I don't know if that can hold 1,000 pounds in one spot. So, yeah, forklift. It should be, the floor is good for it. The forklift is a standard warehouse type, and I said it weighs 8,000 pounds. My requirement is that it has to lift something that weighs 1,000 pounds 14 feet. And they said, well, this is the one that'll do that. It might be I'll see how we go. Anyways, I've got some pallets outside. I'm going to make something that the forks can slip into that will, and some spacers, some bits of timber, just to make sure that the forks, there'll be enough space there to pick this up. It should just take 15 minutes. It's a straight up lift. Just lift it straight up and set it back down on its feet. See how we go. Just about finished with this gantry crane. Got to put this trolley on there. Carriage, it's got a hook on the bottom that's going to carry the hoist. Looks like you move or just choose number of washers you want in order to get these wheels to come together and grip onto the I-beam. Instructions are pretty simple, so see how we go.